I'm back to my base, back to my routine, back to my comfort zone. After spending 2 months with my family back home, after years of not being home, I decided to, put some things together, some thoughts, some experiences. Before I start, I'm gonna just start with a story. When I was returning back to England, we hired a van and we had a young driver who basically, through the conversation, told me that, he had a few years ago, he had an Erasmus exchange for a year. I think he said it was in Estonia. And, based on our conversation that we had with me being in England and how I felt in these 2 months being home, funnily enough, he basically was able to relate. What I mean by that is the guy went for Erasmus exchange, which means that, when he went there, he had everything, at least basics, I'll say, provided when it comes to accommodation, food, and, the programs he was attending and everything. So for the basics, he really didn't need to put himself out there. But he was surrounded with people of different nations, from all parts of the world, different cultures, so to speak. And, he said when he returned home after a year, he felt like everything has changed, like he has changed. But mostly, what disturbed him the most is, he felt like the communication between him and the people he used to hang out with was just weird, was just odd. There were some conversations that, maybe he had before with them, but they didn't have as much meaning anymore like they used to have. So, we are talking about personal growth here, and, he made it loud and clear that he felt that as well. So yeah, the point of this is now that no matter how long you're away from your comfort zones, your place of birth, your motherland, it changes you, it gives you something different, it's new perspective, is new inner growth, is new visions, new dreams, new plans. It's something that is very hard to explain unless you lived it. But yeah, if I can just summarize my past 2 months experience, being with a family is something surreal. Especially after, not being home for so long and, seeing everyone together, gathering there, seeing faces I haven't seen for so long. Was really, really emotional and very nice and heartwarming, I would say. But on the other hand, if I may say, the negative part of it, which left me kind of really disappointed, is the people that I used to hang out with. The people that I got drunk with, the people that I partied with in my past. How everything has changed, because more than, comparing the countries, in a way. For example, say, how is England? Very rainy, ha 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 ha. We didn't get further than that, which is very sad and frustrating, because I feel like there is more that we could talk about. If not anything else, we all became, in a way, parents. And I'm not saying we need to talk about kids, but there are things that we can relate to on a different level now. So, there are adult conversations now that we could have, life. But I feel like they just didn't know how to connect with me. There were some people that didn't even say hi. There are some people that didn't take time to see me, which is fine, okay. I'll say that I understand. So yeah, a lot of things change. A lot of things change. And it's not just for me, it's for many people. And I believe that there is many people who might experience the same thing or feeling the same thing in a way. And I think that it's just important to really say it out loud. We that move away, we leave everything we ever knew behind. We leave our comfort zones, and we are the ones who need to start from zero. And I'm speaking this, no matter how much money you have saved before you traveled, you start your life from zero. Unknown is unknown, from looking for the apartment, buying the furniture, putting kids in nurseries and schools, finding out where the cheapest groceries are, to buying a car, and, it's a lot. By the time you figure out the system, before you know it, a year has gone, and, there is no time to waste. And I think that people need to be aware of that as well. So yeah, if somebody sees us as that we are changing, of course we are. You would too, because once you are pushed into this, it's challenging, and of course it forms you. It shapes you in a different type of person with different mentality, different visions, dreams, goals, whatever it might be. And I think that it's rightfully so. We are talking about personal growth here, and we can't deny that fact. But that doesn't mean that, we cannot keep the same conversations like we used 2 years ago. So, do not feel like terrified of us. Give us a chance, even if sometimes we who relocate say something that it might not be of your liking. Please just try to understand it. It's not coming from a bad place, I believe. But it's for us, it's different, like it is different for you, and which is completely okay. But you have to give us chance. So yeah, I came here to say that, and I'll speak to you soon. Take care.